Hey, Reach family, here in the season of Lent, we want to be informed, we want to be of the same mind, and we want to encourage you guys as much as possible to engage with our church-wide commitment as we prepare our hearts for rejoicing in Christ's resurrection on Easter. But a question I'm kind of hearing a little bit, Robbie, is what is Lent? And so kind of how are we answering that question? What is Lent?
Lent is a season that we share with our brothers and sisters throughout centuries of church history. It's a chance to just stop and slow down and take an intentional season as a family, as a church, to purposefully stop, set aside some good things and focus on what is better, which is Christ and His resurrection. In the busyness of life, oftentimes Easter can kind of come and go very quickly, and we want to just take some time to set aside the clutter and prepare our hearts for celebration of Resurrection Sunday.
So as you know, this first week of Lent, we have encouraged the entire Reach Rockwall family to engage in some sort of food fast. What is it about food and sacrificing food that our body so desperately needs? What is it about a food fast that can help us appreciate the resurrection of Jesus?
I think that's a really common question, because oftentimes this idea of fasting from food can seem really archaic or irrelevant, something that's happening in a monastery but not something that should be happening in Rockwall, Texas. And I might even argue that in this time, in this culture, it's more relevant than ever, because food is something we so easily take for granted. There's such an abundance that rather than wondering if we're going to eat tonight, our greatest concern is what are we going to eat tonight, or how much will we eat tonight? Will we eat too much? And so I think it's very relevant for us to set aside this good and obviously necessary thing for the better. And throughout the Gospels, Jesus sets this very clear example of regularly going without food, and as he says it, because he has a better food. His greatest sustenance is found in the Word and in the presence of the Father.
Yeah, and Jesus himself says that he is the bread of life. So it's almost as if Jesus is making this connection between, just like what food does for your physical body, I do that for you spiritually. I'm the one who brings you spiritual life, just like physical food brings your physical body physical life. And so it's the idea of saying, hey, I can do without this for a time so that I can pursue the spiritual life that Christ is for me. And so, guys, that's just a little bit of our thought on what is so awesome about fasting and how that prepares us and propels us, if our hearts are in the right place, to hear Christ, be led of His Spirit, and grow in appreciation for the coming of Jesus, of celebrating Jesus' resurrection at Easter.